It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, The Source and the King. Back in 95, I was locked in the beam, facing a mandatory of 1 to 15. Life ain't always really what it seems. That's why it gets taken for granted, and the devil plants the seeds. COVID-19, vaccines is mandatory, similar to the New World Order. Understand the story? Shout out to Nori, cuz we drinking like champs. Celebrating life before the death in advance. Thinking of a master plan to take a stand. Black and brown love, cause the unity's in demand. Shout out to the land of Sureños, Los Califas. Saludos, ciudadanos, Dios, esta rifa. I wanna be free like a bird, spread my wings and fly away. It's a ribbon in the sky, and I'm trying to relate. I seen too many of us die in the coffin we lay. On our way to Harrison Ross is the cost that we pay. I try to pray, but the ways of the world is evil. It's like we in a maze.
Let's talk about it. Your mic is muted, D. Your mic is muted, my boy.
There you go. There you go. It was muted. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to the G-Lew show. Once again, it's your boy, Big D, the man of the hour, man. I'm your co-host, Big D. You got G-Lew right here. We got another episode tonight. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's talk about it.
Salute, everyone. Salute. Welcome back.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out. Let's see who was on here. Little Art, Cubo, saludos. Pamela, thanks for stopping by. Sucker Free, what's going on? Two Souls, always, forever. Big shout out to Two Souls. Thank you, Mija, for appreciating stopping by. NBL, nothing but love. Salud. Little Art's on right here today. We got Pamela, like I said. What's going on, man? What's going on, Lou?
Hey, Big D, keeping it real, my boy. Glad to see you another week. We're back again to do this again. Episode number 9, I believe, man. And it's a blessing, homie, to be back here with you, to break bread, to fellowship, congregate. You know what I mean? Bring the people together like only we can. You know what I mean? This is what we set out to do when we started this show, this podcast, is to bring the people together, put out great information, knowledge, you know what I mean? And just try to help us, man. You know what I mean? Be better people, man. You know, the only way we can do that is to come together. You know what I mean? Collaborate, bring our what do you call it? Bring our thoughts. You know what I mean? All of that shit, all of that stuff together, bro, to just make us better, man. Not only as a people, but as ourselves, homie, because we start off. Thank you, OG Steve. Much love, bro. As we start, we have to start by looking ourselves in the mirror every day, man. You know what I mean? First, giving it up to the man upstairs. You know what I mean? Then looking ourselves in the mirror, being content with who we are before we go out in this big old world, man, out here. You know what I mean? And we gotta lead by example. That's what we always say. And we're going to stick to it, homie. So we're going to lead by example. And we're going to start here on this platform right here. This is what we set out to do. Let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. Shout out to everyone tuning in tonight again. Thank you for all the love, people. Shout out to Elia Delgado out there. Denise, what up, Denise? Shout out to everyone tuned in, man. We appreciate the love and support. B-Boy, what up, homie? Fernie Fern. And sorry, everybody, I missed you guys last night, but we'll be back next Sunday. But we are here tonight. That's all that matters. So I'm going to turn it over to my homie, Big D.
That's right, man. So we were not here last night, bro. Where were you at? G-Lew, what was happening this weekend, brother? What was happening this weekend, man? Come on.
Hey, man, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Nah, man, I just took a mini vacation, mini little, time off right quick, man, and kicked it with some loved ones, man, and had a great time, man. You know what I mean? So, man, it's all love. Had a great time, but like I said,
I saw you at the swap
Santa Fe Springs, baby. I had to. It was last minute, man, but I showed up.
Denise Castillo, he got a little bone to pick with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where's the invite at, man? Where's the invite at?
Man, wasn't planned that way, bro. You know what I mean? It was last minute, you know what I mean? So we just made it happen, man. But I tell you what, bro, I went out there, had a great time, man. You know what I mean? It was nothing but love out there, man. It was all love. I had a great time, man. So shout out to everyone if you were out there yesterday, Santa Fe Spring Swap Meet. Man, I had a great time, bro. I can't wait to go back, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it was all love. But I didn't see Denise, but I heard she was out there, man. So salute to Denise, man. Salute to you,
yeah.
man. And
For
next time we got to
everybody,
all make it a reunion, a family reunion,
yeah,
and we're gonna make it happen, make it happen next time, man. So much love.
that would be cool. You know that would be
Yeah, for sure. That's
pops.
what
That
we
would
got to
be
do.
cool,
We got to
man.
set that up.
Yeah, that's a
We got to
good meet
set
and
that
greet
up, bro.
place. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
we got
place
to
to
set
meet
up a
and greet.
meet and greet at Santa Fe Springs. We're gonna make that happen. Me and Big D
I
said
like
it
that.
right here, so we're gonna make that happen, bro.
I
Uh,
like that.
Shout out to
Yeah,
my
so
sis, Monica. What up, sis?
yeah, she's out here doing her thing, man. She's in the room right there doing her homework as she should. She got her last 10 hours to do. So shout out to my wife, man, and she's graduating. Big shout out to her, you know.
Congratulations.
Who else? What's up, G.I. Jen? Appreciate for you stopping by. Um, my weekend was a little up and down, to tell you the truth, man. We had a burial on Saturday, man. It was all in one. It's crazy how things are doing. People are doing their burials and their goodbyes. It's all done in one day. So shout out to the Mendes family. Mike Mendes
Salute.
passed away a couple months ago, man. So I was there
Rest in
yesterday with
peace.
the family. I mean, on
Rest in
Saturday, to tell you
peace.
the truth. And the way life is given, life is taken at the same time. So make sure you guys are responsible for your actions. Homeboy was doing his thing. He was out on the streets, man, and the streets. You get caught up. So, shout out to his family. That was my Saturday, and then on Sunday, man, I did the whole church thing. I got to go
Yeah,
give our respect, man. Where life is taken, life is given, man. So,
that part.
shout out to the big homie upstairs, man. God gets all the glory. And then after that, you saw me on Instagram, man, and went back to Child's Pad, my brother-in-law.
To the
And we just
homie. Shout out to the
messing.
homie.
Yeah, we just be riding dirty out there, man. With his little boat.
That's
So
right.
we're out there, man. We're just hanging out, just kicking back and doing our thing, man. Trials and tribulations, yes, all day, man. B-boy tapping
Yeah.
in. Tilo is a cool homie. Good vibes in here. Yeah, man. Appreciate
Well,
you
big
for
boy.
stopping by. So
Shout out to homie, Lil Art.
let's check it out, man. Let's drop it like it's hot. You know what I mean? Let's do it like
Tell them what's popping tonight, man. What are we talking about tonight, homie? Hold on. Let me put it right. Hold on. Let me put it right there so they know what it is. Tell them what's going on tonight, homie.
So today's topic, man, I'm pretty sure that all of us, male and female, we're talking about limitations, to tell you the truth. And we all, crossroads with limitations one way or another, right? Whether we're young, elderly, whether we're at work, school, we just come across it, man. And sometimes we limit ourselves. So I got 3 subjects that I want to talk about. One is health, how we do limitations on health. The other one is wealth. Sometimes we limitations on health too and wealth. And the last topic I want to talk about is relationships, man. Sometimes there's limitations in relationships. So let's do with the first one, man. Everybody always talks about this. Is there any limits in wealth? I'm gonna ask you, G-Lew, and I'm also gonna ask the audience, man. You guys are all welcome to participate. You guys are all welcome to give you guys opinions because they do matter. And like I said, man, Gila, what's your limitations on? We'll start with wealth first. Is there a
So,
limitation in wealth?
no, there is no limitation of wealth. Um, Wealth is something, man, that we all want. And when I say, I mean, we know what wealth is, you know what I mean? But wealth can be broken down in many different ways, you know what I mean? Wealth is not only money, you know what I mean? Wealth to me is like how can I say this? Wealth is just like health. All of it is combined, man, to make you greater. When you have wealth, when you're wealthy in something, that means you're full. You know what I mean of something, whatever it is, whether it be health, money, spiritually. You know what I mean. Whatever it is, we all strive to be wealthy, and whatever it is in life we want to be, you want to be wealthy at that, and that's like the top. So there is no limit to wealth. As you see, we have billionaires now that people have more money than there is people in the world. It's almost like incredible. These people that, and my only thing is that, not to jump off topic, but we have so much money in the world, but still so many problems, man. You know what I mean? That seem not to be getting fixed, and you have these multiple billionaires, but we still have people out here homeless and hungry on the street. You know what I mean? And so many things going on in this world that I don't understand. So that's why I say the money, it does not accumulate wealth to me. It's so many more things than that. You could be wealthy but still so shallow, and in
Right,
so many other ways. So that doesn't matter to me. And there's no limit on wealth to me, homie.
right. Good answer, man. That's a good opinion, and I kind of feel the same way. But a lot of people that I know too, or some people that I see on on the media, very wealthy, man. But like you said, what are they doing with it?
Right,
So obviously there is a limitation to it.
right.
You could be rich on the outside, but are you rich on the inside? Because
Facts.
money's not everything. So I think there's a balance, right? There's always has to be a balance with one and the other. And I think for those that like wealth, is there any limitations towards it? You got to understand that they never had a limit to themselves. When they were talking about making money, or they had their ideas about money, there was no limit, right? Well, that should go for everybody else. So to all you guys that are out there, man, like G-Lew said, don't limit yourself from being wealthy. Don't limit yourself, you know what I mean, to exceeding and going to that next level. There's nothing wrong with being rich,
Right.
but make sure you're rich inside, because you could be rich on the outside, but like we said, we just mentioned it. What are these guys doing with their money? They have billions and billions of dollars in the world, man. They could contribute here, they could contribute there, they could open up boys and girls clubs. You know what I mean? Good, anything to help the community. That's what I'm saying. These people are limited in themselves, and not realizing that they could be a big attribute to the community, right? And it's always the ones that are coming from nowhere, that came from nothing, that we give back. And there's no limit because we know the struggle, right? So we understand the wealth. We respect it more. I think. What do you think about that, G-Lew? Do you respect the wealth that comes in? If you were a rich man today, and I'm telling all you guys that are out there too, that are on the chat, if you guys are rich and all that, how would you guys spend the money? How would you guys treat yourself? Would you guys treat your community the same way, or is there a limitation to it because this person's doing this and this person's doing that? Let's talk about it.
Man, let's talk about it. Me personally, if I had $1 billion, and let me say this, I mean, we can never count someone else's money, check someone's pockets. I can't tell you what to do with your money, just like you can't tell
Or
me.
even tell them what to do.
Understood. Yeah, understood. But let's talk about it. I mean, when you get to be a billionaire, you're in different brackets, bro. I mean, $1 billion, no one's gonna be able to spend $1 billion ever, bro, in one life. I just don't think so. You could, but it's hard. And then not to be mistaken, because I see a lot of these people, some of these people, the Bill Gates, whoever, that say they donate to different charities and all that. I understand that. Me personally, I haven't seen, and I can't speak because I don't know, but I'm just trying to see if we had all of these charities and everything being donated all of these years with all these millions and billions of dollars, we would see some type of change. I don't see
Right.
anything that has changed, bro, overall. And I'm not speaking on certain things. I know they give to cancer, but there's still no cure for cancer. If there's been billions of dollars invested, homie, we should have something. We got Magic Johnson out here that can obviously live off of AIDS, bro. He's outlived people that didn't have AIDS, bro. So it's like,
Easy.
yeah, easy. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, I just want to see, we need to see something. And people that like us, we come from the struggle, homie. We know the struggle. We know where this money needs to be going, homie. And I just don't think that some of these people, not to say they don't have good intentions or they're not sending it to the right places, but I don't think they know where the money needs to go. They just have people that will distribute the money and say, hey, we got this million over here, put it over here to this charity. And a lot of it is write-offs anyway. Let's get that understood. Tax write-offs. But they just have people that say, we're going to put this here, put this here. I don't think they know or understand where it's going or where it needs to be. People like us know where the money needs to go, homie. So me personally, if I had $1 billion, bro, man, I'm not, especially where I'm at. And when I was younger, I don't know how I would think. But right now, bro, I know the things that need to be done, where things need to be going. I would be putting the money in places I know. Personally, I would get with certain people. See what people, even let's say celebrities, people that are not even billionaires, people like celebrities right now that have the money or have the influence that could make things happen, need to be put in these, like, say people that come from the hood, inner cities in LA or whatever, wherever you come from, homie. We need to start first making affordable housing. We see the rent is crazy, bro, steady going up. People can't afford to pay rent, decent housing, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put that back in stuff like.
Yeah.
Go
So,
ahead.
who's a part of that scenario right there? Those who are accountable for making houseable, affordable, and who's what I mean, and extra, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? How does that work? That's making it harder for the community. For our communities, whether it's brown, black.
Yeah, because everyone's affected.
Who's limiting us from excelling to the next level?
I think those people in power, I think that's where the people in power, the people you want to elect, your city councils, your mayors, your governors, your senators, you have to hold these people accountable into what they want to be voted in for. Say, man, this is what we want as a people. Put that in the propositions and all this shit that we do.
Right.
We want affordable housing. This is the main problem that is going on right now, that people can't afford to live. I mean, you have what it is you have, because of what is going on right now, you have the rich, the middle class, and after that is really no lower. It's no, even middle class is really kind of obsolete now. You're either rich or poor, bro. You know what I mean? And when I say poor, I mean not poor in the sense that you don't have nowhere to live, but you're paycheck to paycheck, maybe a couple paychecks for being homeless, bro. Like if you lost your job today, many of us, what can we really do after about a month or so, bro? You know what I mean? So it's like things of that nature, man, needs to be addressed. So affordable housing is at the top of the list to me, because people are taking advantage of people, homie. You know what I mean?
Right.
And no one's doing anything to step in and say, no, this should not be right.
Right. And I like what Denise Castillo said right there. She says you can have money and live an unhappy life. We've seen it many of times where people have money, they have feria, and they're not happy within themselves, man. So are they limiting themselves from being happy, or you know what I mean, or what is it? If you have all the money in the world, shouldn't you be happy? If you have the nice fancy house, you don't got to worry about the bills. You got your chauffeur. You know what I mean, taking you here and there.
And that's what's going on. The people that are rich will get richer. They're good. They're not thinking about, because they don't have these worries, bro. That's just the bottom line of it.
Why are they still unhappy though, bro?
Oh yeah.
So it seems like they're limiting themselves on an emotional status, because like you said, you can have all the money in the world, but you could be unhappy and settled in your heart,
Right.
So and then we find ourselves, like, hey, money isn't everything, and everything else out of it is everything, because people are so caught up within themselves, man, what they have. And then when they're limited with money, I know people with money, bro, and that's all they care about and think about, bro. Their family, they don't care about their family. They don't care about, other importances and matters and facts in their life, man. They're so caught up with everything, and it's crazy. Pamela Taylor, the limiting maturity of goodness. What did she say?
Yeah. Let me see. My bad. Let me go back to that. The limiting maturity of good decisions.
Right.
And then let me see. Elliot said too, bro. Like we're talking about, inflation is on the rise. However, wages remain low.
Right. So in other words, like you were saying earlier, G-Lew, the government's limiting us, bro. Yeah, they may raise the feria, but I mean, everything else is on the rise, homie.
Right.
Gas, food,
Gas,
so the resources are limited, bro.
Exactly. Gas is steady going up. Food, all these things we need steady go up, inflate. You know what I mean? We need housing, of course. So people have no choice but to pay like you could be renting. We know how renters do. If you rent an apartment, whatever, they go up on the rent every year.
Yeah.
We get that, man. But it's to the point now they're really taking advantage of it, man. You could come and renew your lease and they just went up $300, bro. I mean, that's like triple. Come on, man. You know what I mean? So it's like, bro, and then you can't do anything about it. What are you going to do?
Right.
I'm going to leave. You go try to get a whole new place. That's a whole nother issue. And what's going on, too, because I'm seeing the breakdown. I pay attention to a lot of this. I was even watching the news on K-Cow or whatever. I don't know. And they were saying this is the issue. But they say why they can do it is because the it's so high. People that want to rent, the it's so high. You know what I mean? They're getting so many people that want to rent that they can go ahead and they can do this. But you're taking advantage of the people that's been renting from you or whatever, just because people want to rent a lot, they take advantage of that and say we can raise the price of rent.
Right.
You governors are letting this happen.
You said it perfect, my boy. They're taking advantage, man. There's no limit to them because they know it's a source that we need. We need housing, bro.
Right.
We need cars. We need fuel to make our cars run, bro. So they know that, you know, I mean, humankind is going to revolve around them, man, you know. So there's no expectations. There's no limit towards them of setting a price. You know, we're just like we're like their little guinea pigs in some sense, man. Yeah, House of Tattoos, you're right. You can't be greedy, bro. You can't be greedy, man. But, you know, we find out that people in the world, the people that are on top right now, they are being greedy, you know, and they stay wealthy, you know. So, you know, it's kind of like unbalanced right now, you know. That's what I'm saying. Limitations, man. Is there any limitations to wealth? Depends who you talk to. Talking
What
to
do
the
you think
rich
about that, Big D? On limitations of wealth.
Yeah, I'll tell you. If you're coming from a wealthy family,
I'll be right back.
there really is no problem, man. You know, there is no problem for people who are wealthy, man. Despite the, you know what I mean, they have you know, some case of mental illness on their part, or they're unhappy with themselves. You know, then I can understand why, you know, people are unhappy. There's people that have money and they're still unhappy. You know, that comes from a milestone within themselves, man. But today it's just like, man, people are just taking advantage, man. The people that are in power, the people who are running, you know what I mean, when it comes to oil. I mean, let's talk about it. Look at the people with Infamil, man. You know, baby's milk. How did that become a problem? You know, and that's what I'm saying. These people are now, you know, now we're talking about gas, then we're talking about food shortages, then we're talking homelessness. It seems like all these people with money, they're just making it a little harder, and they're attacking the people that really need the resources, that really need the help, and really need, you know what I mean, the support. So let me see. Art is really is. Two Soul says, and let's not talk about the damn deposit and first of the month's rent. Hey, that's two there. Shout out to Two Soul right there, CYA Entertainment. Check this out, bro. He said, and let's not talk about the damn deposit and first month's rent, application fee, security deposit, and now they want you to earn 3 times the rent, man. That is a good one. Gracias, man. You couldn't have said it any better than else, man. They make it harder than what it is to get yourself going ahead. They don't want to see you excel. They don't want you to see you with wealth. I think there's like certain sorts of organizations that actually want to stay in charge and in large. They want to control everything that's taking place. You know, that's just my opinion. Let me see. House of Tattoos. They are building over here where I live. The rent is going up, but they don't make affordable housing here for the ones who actually work in their warehouse and are unpaid living check to check. It doesn't get any better than that. Appreciate that house, and that's not facts. That's the truth, man. Because you guys know me. Facts change all the time. You know, the truth never changes, right? And they are making it unaffordable for people who are trying to just, you know, trying to make it to the next day, trying to make the next week, trying to make it to the next month. Tell you the truth, man. Why do we always gotta wait till the first of the month? Why these organizations, right? Wow, right? Is it imitating wealth? Come on, you know, you guys answer that on yourself, you know. I think it's wrong. I think he's. Let me see. Hold on. There's an echo going on. That's on your side, G-Lew. I got an echo, boss.
Okay, we should be. Let me see. Hold up.
Or is that on me?
Okay, should be good now. Big D, you are echoing. I don't know. Everyone says you're echoing, bro. I don't know. How about now, people? Are we good?
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I'm good on this side. I can't hear it.
Okay, we should be good.
Right. Okay, we're good. Yeah, it's
we're
good now.
We're good.
All right, Frank, Positive Vibes. What's up, brother? Hey, saludos, man. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, and thank you everyone who said it's their first time here, man. We appreciate that, man. Don't let it be your last. So thank you, homie.
Right. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. Hit that algorithm. Share this thing. You know, we're just getting started, like I said, but let's continue. So
and people, one more thing. We want to work on that. What we talked about earlier. We want to work on a meet and greet with everyone, like at this Santa Fe Springs. We want to work on that sometime in maybe the summer. I don't know. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about that later. But go ahead, Big D.
Yeah. So like I said, man, you know, is there limitations towards wealth? You know, it's a balance, bro. It depends who you talk to, right? You know, like you said, G-Lew, if you talk to us, you know, I think we know how to deal with the money. We know how to contribute and distribute it. You got to make sure you got to go to the community first, man. You know, you got to invest. Not only that, man, you got to educate. Whether you're brown or black, even white, man. We got to make sure that we take care of ours people as individuals. Period, man. So with all you that are out there, man, make sure you guys tap into some kind of wealth, some kind of sports. It's funny because my wife, she got involved, in selling. I forgot what she is, insurance or, I forgot what it was. But my wife's always entrepreneur and she's trying to find other ways to make wealth. There's nothing wrong with making riches. There's no limit to it. However you want to do it. You got to go out there and get yours, man. We're not saying that all wealth is bad. I'm not saying that. Are you saying that, Pops?
Nah, never, man. We gotta have money, man, to make it and support our families and to live and pay this high ass rent and whatever the case, man. We gotta have that. That's no question, man. And there's nothing wrong with a good, honest working man, man. Go out and work, get your money the honest way. We need that.
Right.
But like you said, hey, Big D, that's another thing we could touch on maybe later. That was a good segue. I don't know if you caught that, but things to invest in, how to make multiple incomes, man, besides just working your 9 to 5. Man, there's many ways, and some people don't think it's possible. I can only do this. It's many ways you can try to invest, even when you start small. You don't have to be. It's many things you could do to accumulate multiple incomes. That's maybe something we could talk about later. But speak more on that, Big D. Like you were talking about your wife doing these things, and you guys have a small business. How can other people accumulate or try to accumulate wealth?
Man, like you said, man, there's other ways to tap in, man. I see people now, they have 2 or 3 jobs. You have to have at least 7 times the income today that they save in order to survive, bro. 7 times. And I like that. Like, Frankie's positive vibes. Cryptocurrency is another one, man. But you got to understand and you got to educate yourself on that. I've been trying to educate myself on that before I invest in something. You can't get rich overnight, man, unless you hit the lotto.
Hey, Fernie, I like that one. Fernie, sell your sauce. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, sell the sauce. There you go, little Art. You got to sell the sauce, man. See, there's already 2 ways to make $1 million, man, But, yeah, like I said, man, there's no limits, like I said, man. You got to go out there and you got to get it. You got to find a way to make that money, and you have to have all the confidence in the world within yourself, to do that. Anybody could say they want responsibility in a business, but are you willing to step up to the plate and do it? Because there's a lot of ups and downs that comes with it. So, but there's no limits to opening up your business. So don't be discouraged, make sure however you got to do it. That's what I'm saying, Let me see what else. Hustling. Tuso said that's a good way of doing it. Hey, you got to hustle, man,
Every day I'm hustling. You got to hustle.
Hey, Master P said there's no limit, right? There's
no limit, baby.
It, man, Nah. I like how Tuso says, man. Tuso says, she says Avon. However you got to do it, man.
Hey, remember the Avon days? Hey, man, you got to take it back, man. You know what I mean? Ladies, get your hustle on with Avon. Whatever you do, man. It's a lot of ways. We learned this as a kid. Sell candy. It's different ways now, but it's a lot of ways, though. Seriously, though, settle that people can get into making a lot of different incomes. It's not as hard as you think, man. You just got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Right. So check that out.
Well, see, that was the other topic, because we actually had two. We had one subject today, guys, but we're going to break it out to 2 parts, right? It was limitations or expectations.
DD, what up? Right.
What's going on, DD? How you doing today? Yeah, that's what we're trying to say. So we're going to divide it. We're going to break it up to 2 parts, So today we're going to talk about, exactly. Like I said, we're discussing limitations. And then after the other subject next week, the topic's going to be expectations, Because when you're limiting yourself, you're not doing anything about it. How you expect to be rich? How you expect to advance? How you expect to excel, man. And I get it, so because some of us, we don't know how, because the limitations we had as children, so a lot of us were born in, in a poor community, man, middle class. And like they say, the news is not being discreet about it. They're trying to take away the middle class, straight out.
Right. That's what I was saying earlier. That's why they say even the middle class is almost that's almost like just above poor now, just a little bit. Because what is middle class now?
Right. Because that's
rich or poor, bro.
Yeah. Because they're trying to limit us. Right.
That part.
That's what they want. Because limitation comes with controlling. Right. And they're trying to control us too. How we spend our money, what we spend our money on. House of Tattoo says self-employed. Employed is the left quadrant. Business, big business is the right quadrant. Get tax
breaks. That's how the rich see. That's the thing too. When the rich people, they know the ins and outs, the rules. They know the regulars. They know how to keep this shit going within themselves, the tax break,
Talk
all
about
that
it. Talk
stuff they
about it.
know, bro. And again, it goes back to information. People without don't have this information, bro. We don't have the information to know what to do, how to do it, how to keep it, how to get involved, even with credit, bro. We're not taught about credit. These are things need to be taught in school, bro. Instead of all the BS history, all that. Teach people about credit and things. See, we're not taught about credit, so as soon as we do get credit for the first time, I
Right.
know me personally, we just use, I got a free credit card with $1,000 on it.
Right.
Shit, I ran that shit up. You know what I mean? Things of that nature to where we messed it up early.
Okay.
And then we have to build
Talk
it
about
back
it,
up
brother.
later and
Talk
do all
about
this
it.
shit. Spend years trying to build our credit back to where I just now got my credit back solid. Really
Right.
good. But it took
Right.
to learn. But we're not taught these things, bro. And
Because
that's where it
okay,
starts at.
right. But see, that's good that you said that, Pops. You know what I'm saying? Because education is very important, man. And like I said, I've been trying to, I like me and my wife, we educate ourselves. Are we saying we're the smartest people? By far, by far. But the little that we know, we could take that little and expect something from it. There's no limit after that. Now we could go into, trying to buy a car, trying to buy a house, and they want to talk about APRs and all that stuff. It's just like, hey, you know what I mean? You're not going to limit me or try to sell me out either because I'm educated.
Right.
You try to sell me out of some kind of percentage and all that stuff, and guess what? It's not going to work like that. And
That's where they
what I'm
get us
saying.
too, though, bro.
Very,
That's where they get us with that shit. Excuse me.
yeah. That's that very education is very important, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people, the Bible says people perish because of lack of knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we're not knowledge and obtaining, we're not up to the hip the way all these other people are. You just said it right now. These government people, these mayors, and all these people who are on the top, they know how to make money, bro. There's no limit to their wealth. And they don't care. They don't care if it's you. They don't care about color. They don't care about anything else. All they care about is the green in their pocket, bro.
That part.
They ain't no limit for them. They want you. They want you to make the money for them while you're breaking your back. Like it's good that House of Tattoo said that, man. They want you to work hard, bust your ass, and do everything else. But then again, they can't even over there pay their people to live in their community. If you work in Monrovia, if you work in LA, man, and they want you to drive all the way over here, man, they still pay you that kind of salary, bro. What kind of wealth or what kind of prosperous are you trying to go? What kind of advancement are you going to make? Are you making?
Right.
They ain't helping you out.
Those are things that should be in companies too. I'm glad you said that, Big D, because man, that stuff like that. If you have dedicated, loyal workers that's been working for you 5 years plus or whatever, 10 years, some 20, and like you said, they live way over here. You're not doing anything. You know what I mean? To kick that back, like that's showing love and really something for your workers that you care. Have some kickbacks, things of that nature for people who do that. Again, going back to housing, jobs should have stuff, put something towards people's housing. That could be an investment instead of giving them extra, whatever. You know what I mean? Things of that goes a long way, bro.
I agree. And everything that's going up, gas too. Give us a gas card, man.
There you go.
It's gonna be your
once
job.
a month. Give your employees a gas card once a month.
Hey,
forget employee appreciation and all that. Give me something that I can see, bro.
And we're not asking for a handout, bro.
Nah.
I'll work for mine. But don't sell me out either.
That part.
Don't treat me like the short end of the stick when you're over here making millions and billions. You know what I mean? And you want to tell me, hey, you got a 50 cents raise? 50 cents ain't gonna cut it no more, man. I need that dollar figure, man. I need something. Help me to go to school. Help me to advance myself. What kind of projects? Can I go and excel myself in this community, in this company? Give a little instead of taking.
Yeah. Exactly. That's all we ask, man. Because like you said, no one's afraid. Everyone will work for everything. We get. No one that wants a handout never did. I know me. I don't. You know what I mean? So it's just like we want to be appreciated, homie. You know what I mean? And that's just where it lies at. People take advantage of other people, man, and whether they have good intentions or not, whether they know they're doing it or not, that's what's going on, bro. And that's why we're at where we are. And that goes from the workplace down to housing. Like the landlords are taking advantage of people when they know they are.
Right.
All the way down. But guess what, man? But these things tend to blow up in people's faces too. That's what people are not ready for. And then when shit blows up, it's like, you know what I mean? When people had enough, you know how this goes, bro. You know what I mean? So think about that.
Yeah, when you limit people, we lash out. That's what people do, man. You locked up 30 days out of the month, man. In the hole. You come out and they wonder why you're crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because what you did to me is I'm gonna do to you. You try to limit me, I'm gonna limit you. Straight out. And I think it's very important that we teach our children too, man. You know, you got to, us as
That's where it
parents,
starts.
us as adults, you know, let's keep pressing our children, man, to educate themselves. Like a reminder, like Tuso says, man, nothing was taught to us like this when we were young. You know, everything was all fun and games. You know, everybody thought that we're going to live the 70s show throughout the new millennium. And, you know, we're still going to be Pepsi and cereal and all that stuff, man. Hey, there's a shortage in infant milk, man. You know what I'm saying? There might not be cereal next month. You know, there might not be.
Let's talk about it, bro.
Let's talk about it, bro. And
wow.
You know, there might not be this. You know what I mean? You might find yourself, you know, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Whether you're going to pay your car note or you're going to pay your house note. You know, which one is it? You know, and then you got your children that are responsible, and they're looking at you and be like, man, you know, what are you doing to help me? You know, what are you doing to this problem? You know, everything starts being a stress level. You know, wealth. Is there limitations to wealth? You know, obviously there is. You know, so like I'm saying, man, you know, you guys, like you said, you guys are telling us, man. Thank you guys for all the comments, man. You guys are just, you know, these are real things that we got to really keep an eye on. And the only way we learn is, you know, we come together as a community. And that's what we're trying to do right now, and making sure that we're a resource, you know, making sure everybody's on the same page. I don't care what color, what religion, or what background you are. It's not even about that. It's what they're doing to the next generation, and what they're trying to take away from us and the future. You know, let me see. Sometimes people are ashamed to work a Taco Bell, but you got to do what you got to do. Nah, you're right. Too much pride. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? Okay, so you're going to work your 9 to 5 and go sell drugs on the corner after that? Hey, by all means, if that's what you got to do.
Right. Yeah, it's backwards. We got to just.
There's consequences.
Consequences, homie.
You know,
that's what we got to learn.
Yeah, and maybe the government wants you to do that, you know, to tell you the truth. And you got to be smarter than that. You know, because, you know, you don't know what these people behind the, you know, the politics. That's what I'm saying, man. We have to have people that are representing us, that are representing our communities, wherever you're at, you know, and put the proper people in there. That's why they say it's very important to vote. It's very important to get involved in your community. It's very important to see what the senators, the city councils, and what all they're doing, because every day in the news, you know, and I be watching, you know, everybody's getting caught slipping, man. They're getting caught left and right.
I'm tripping on Love Machine, man. I got to get to this mother. Hey, Love Machine, man. Say I slang my meat. Hey, shout out to Love Machine, man. We needed a good laugh tonight, man. That's my boy.
Shout out to CYA Entertainment, man.
Yes, CYA Entertainment. Why doesn't public schools have business courses? That's what I'm saying, bro. That's that. Why don't they? And that's what we need to. Again, when you guys vote, shout out to my sis, Western Ave Queen too. What up, sis? Hey, but when we elect these people, you know, and like he said, voting is important. We got to start voting. And not only don't just go out and vote and say just to say I voted, because sometimes that's what people do. They just push whatever in the ballot, long as you just know a couple names, really the president or whoever else, governor maybe. That's it. Know who you're voting for, and really the votes that count are the ones you guys are overlooking.
Talk about it.
City councils, you know what I mean? The local officials, those are the ones you're really voting for. So start paying attention when you vote. You know, bump F the president or whatever. I'm not, but the ones you need to focus on your local and ones that really have an effect on what you do. So when you do vote, pay attention to that first and foremost.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, he has a straight up point, man. You know, it's just like I remember back, you know, when I was going to junior high, when typewriters were buried, computers were coming and popping out. They had a course for that. You know, they had a course for that, teaching you how to do computers and everything else. But he's right. You know, what are they teaching in our kids in school? You know, or what are the investments? And they're saying that they're putting money. We got so much wealth going into all other freaking categories, bro. And not even invested in the United States, bro. You know, so if they're not invested in the United States, they're not investing in your community. They're not investing in your town, in your state. You know, they're doing everything besides that, but putting it towards us. And I remember, you know, back in the days growing up, we had the Boys and Girls Club, man.
Right.
We had somewhere to go.
YMCA.
You know, YMCAs, etc. Yeah. Shout out to the Boys and Girls Club. Shout out to the YMCAs. There was kind of like a safe haven somewhere else where we could go and just, you know, and we get taught a little something that after school programs.
Yeah, even after school they really had real after school programs. I could say that back in the day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But now it's just like, you know, it seems like everything is being demolished and everything's taken away. Now it seems like everything's just being self-centered And like I said, the middle class is being taken away, and they want whether you're going to be rich or whether you're going to be poor, man. So, first topic, was about wealth. Appreciate you guys, commenting on that remark, man, and it was a good one. So you guys got to pay attention. There's many ways to make. They want you to make 7 times more than what you're making right now. So that means you got to have 7 type of jobs or 7 type of.
You have to have a hustle. You have to have. I mean, at this point. I mean, like, you have to have a hustle, man. It's just like crazy, but it's a lot of ways for you to hustle, though. You know what I mean? You don't got to be illegal. You know what I mean?
So, or else you're going to be limited, straight up. The limitations are going to hit you hard, and it's kind of scary, but we're talking about truth right here, man. We're not trying to scare you or anything. We just want you to get education. And like I said, we're just talking about it, man.
Let's talk about it. I'm loving the comments.
Let me see, DD. I started my kids in school with a budget. They did chores for allowance. They paid their own phone bills in school and bus fare and lunch with that allowance. Responsibility starts at home. Yes, it does. It starts with us. Appreciate that, DD. That was a good one. And that's what I try to teach my daughter, to tell you the truth. She don't work right now, but she's looking for employment. And it's crazy because we're kind of not really pushing our kids because we want them to be responsible. We're trying to, but I seen it. Let's talk about it.
Hey, hold on, Big D. One quick, I'm going to speak on this because I spoke on this earlier. We didn't get back to it, but with the housing thing, House of Tattoo said all the investors are purchasing homes now and capitalizing on it. Okay, they are. So that's for the people who have the rich can get richer. But that's why I say the people of our communities that made it, whoever that supposedly care about us, those are things they can start doing, purchasing or seeing how to get involved with housing, bro. Even if it's in these lower class, because that's really where they're getting the money. They're buying these old homes, in the older neighborhoods and flipping them and remaking them. So they're getting them not cheap, but real for their type of money. You know what I mean? They can start purchasing these neighborhoods. And exactly, bro. And then now have affordable housing for people. They're still going to get the money, bro.
Yeah, that's a good way. And if anything, man, like you say, if you guys are going to invest in something, a house is always good to invest in, man. Always buy the land.
Yes.
That's even biblical, to tell you the truth, man. Buy the land, buy the land, buy the land.
Facts.
The more land you have, man, the more opportunity, the more sell, the more cut you can have. And everything gets, the way things are going right now. My cousin lives in Pomona and bought a house for like $400,000, like 7, 8 years, 9 years ago. Now it's almost at $1 million in Pomona. Not to say Pomona's bad, because there's some crazy parts and good, nice parts in Pomona. But it doesn't matter, man. If you live in California and you're LA resident, Orange County, all that, it's going up, And you guys see it yourself, man. They're talking about the gas in other states are paying $4 or $5. We're paying $6, almost $7 over here, bro. And I know, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. That shit is crazy, bro.
That's a bunch of BS, man. I can't even spell that.
Shout out to my boy Big Dev in the building. What up, Devil?
What's up, Devil? I was doing salute.
That's the other big devil right here, big demon right here. You know what I mean? So we got the demons and devil now. Shout out to my homies though, man. Much love. Shout out to the Rasa homies. Shout out to my boy Big Dev. It's been a minute, bro. Much love to you, homie. So yeah, go back. Go ahead, Big D. I know I cut in with that, but I just had to speak on that. Shout out to the House of Tattoos for that comment.
Yeah, that's good, man. It's important, man. You guys have comments right now. Appreciate that.
Yeah, great
got another one from Elia Delgado. She said, I taught that to my students, that 17 years with my students. Now I do it with my adults. Yeah, even adults got to get retrained, bro.
I have never too old to, what's that saying? Never too old to teach a dog new tricks or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're never too old, man.
Never.
And at this age, expand your mind, man. Like I said, all the topics that we've been discussing about leads up to this day right now, to these topics today. And everything that we talk about and discuss, we want you guys to understand, man, is that, it happens in our common daily lives. Whether, where we talk about investments, where we talk about emotions, feelings, and these topics, they just come up, and we just want to make sure that, we're identifying ourselves with you guys and making sure that, we have something in common. House of Tattoo says, go ahead.
We're in debt to China. We are in debt to China. But let me go back to, hold on. Oh, that's another thing. We're going to talk about credit too. But hold on. The homie said, unfortunately, Richard Rodriguez.
Yeah, that's my cousin right there. Shout out to Richard.
What up, homie?
That's my cousin right there.
What does he say, Big D?
It says, unfortunately for us here in California, the gas tax is increasing in June. Hang on, it's going to get worse. You know,
Wow.
and where do you get this information at, anyways, man? Well, I'll tell you this: it's really not too hard to find, man. You know, it seems like the world knows what's going on. You know, it seems like there's enough information that's going out there that you can't stop it, you can't hide it, and they're really being serious about, you know what I mean, their topics and their agenda. Right. So gas is just one thing, like he said. You know, you guys, summer's coming, and that's what the most traveling time in the world, man. You know, summer. You know, people like to travel, like to go visit family. They go on vacations. You know, they fly out to here. They do this, and what are they gonna do, man? They're gonna slap a $10 gas a gallon, bro, you know, and they still want us to live under $17.50, man. So again, people, I'm gonna tell you like this: limitations, right? That's the topic. Is there a limit to wealth? Yes or no? Keep the comments coming, man. Keep the comments coming, you know. But here's another one. We're gonna move on, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys are just dropping all these comments, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Here's another one, G-Lew. Check this out. Okay. Limitations. This should be a little bit. This one's gonna be a little bit more personal, guys. So let's cut off the wealth one because that one got a little hot right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, got a crash course. You know, I can't afford Section.
Shout out to Love Machine, man. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like you said, Lou. We need a little humor once in a while, man.
Yeah, we do.
Love Machine, man. If you guys haven't checked out Love Machine, check them out. Love Machine 144 on YouTube, man. Homeboy is funny. He just dropped another video playing with knives. I don't know what he almost cut off, man, but check the homie out, man. Appreciate that. We need a little humor, man, every once in a while, man. But here we go, guys. I got another one. Like I said, I had 3 of them. Limitations, you know, health. Is there limitations in health? Go ahead, Lou.
Limitations in health? No. You should always work on your health. I mean, when I say work on, just trying to make your health better. You know what I mean? Don't work against your health. You know what I mean? Because health is something that we all have to deal with. Some deal with it earlier than others, but you will eventually have to deal with it more, especially as you get older. So it's just best to be ahead of it. Always be ahead of the game. You know what I mean? So with your health, that starts with a lot of ways. A lot of people don't want to do certain things. It's hard to do this and do that. You don't have the time. When we talk about exercise, the gyms.
So they limit themselves.
Yeah, off top. You limit yourself when you already say you can't do this, you can't do that. And like, again, you always start somewhere. So you can start, hey, you don't have time for the gym just yet. But start now with just maybe your eating habits, you know what I mean, with your intake, what you do and what you don't do. You know what I mean? So health is never a limitation on health. Health is wealth. Health and wealth go together to me. We can't have one without the other. Health is wealth, especially when you get a little bit older. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, you need your health on your side.
You can't enjoy your money if you're going to die next week, bro.
That part. So, yeah, that's my answer, bro. No limitations on health. I'm sorry about that.
In some sense, you know, I agree 90% in that. And the only reason why I say that there is a limitation towards it is because sometimes there's gym rats, right? And sometimes people at the gym, you know, there's
you was killing me in your live. You say they be sitting there on the phone, bro. Go ahead, bro.
You know, I seen it, bro. You know, these people come and they want to socialize at the gym, and they say they're working on their health. But they're not even, what they're doing is just wasting time on their health, to tell you the truth. I mean, they want, whatever they do, they want to take, if you want to take pictures and you want to go over there, man, and you say you're looking good and you're pumping iron and stuff like that, but I haven't seen a muscle or a pound or anything gain or loss on you, man, then, you know, limitations on there, man, you're out. You know, you got to go, man. I hate to say it. But there's also people who are gym rats, man, and they'll put, you know, there's too much into their health, where I seen it too. You know, they disinclude the wife. You know what I mean? The family members are not involved. And all they care about is themselves, man, on their looks, on their fatigue, how many images they could take pictures of. And, you know, I think it's kind of crazy, man, you know, because we should all be, you know what I mean, at a certain level, man, you know, that you know, if that's your genre, you know, if you're going out there and doing your thing and you're trying to pump iron and you want to look good, that's cool, man. But when you're out there, you know, and you want to be exposed and, you know, you want to think that you're just all that, and you're disincluding your family, that, to me, that becomes a problem. I myself, I like to work out, and I like to get my daughter involved and my wife as much as they can. They're always trying to include people to come. Like G-Lew said, he said it perfect, man. If health is, to me, is very important. There should be no limitations to your health unless you have a doctor's order or you have limitations within your body. I get it. Not everybody's shaped and formed, and not everybody has, all body parts, and, I get it. But like G-Lew said too, man, whatever you have to do to make that that entrance or that entry to your success and your health, do it. Don't limit yourself.
No, that right there, that Two Soul said is true. Men are stubborn. They don't want to go to the doctor's appointments annually, and I know because I work for a medical clinic. Now that's very true.
Yeah. Shout out to Two Souls. Yeah, let me check this out. All you man, me, myself. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna get a colonoscopy in a couple weeks, so I'll let you guys know. The violations.
Man, let's talk about it.
There might be some kind of violation here and there, but hey,
let's talk about it.
My wife to hold my hands when I'm awake and when I'm asleep. So at least I could think of something when I'm sleeping. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's very important, for men and women to make sure that to take care of your health. There shouldn't be no limitations. Not just going to the gym, but getting your annual checkups, seeing your doctors. All your exams that you have to do, because we got to make sure, man. Like G-Lew said, man, in order to spend that money, we got to make sure that we're healthy. And, if one and one goes together, guess what? That makes two, right?
Facts. Love Machine say, I go to the gym, but I got a 6-pack in the fridge, though. Shout out to Love Machine, man.
I wouldn't doubt that, man. Love Machine likes to work out. He does curls, you know what I mean? He does his curls, So, big shout out to Love Machine and what he does at the gym. I can't wait till the next episode when he's at the gym, man. To tell you the truth. You got to do that with Love Machine. Make sure you go out there and, do one on the gym, an episode. But, yeah, health is very important, man. I think it's I got my cousin out there, my cousin Richard.
What up, Richard? Gotta do it.
Yeah,
gotta
Richard,
do it.
Gotta do it.
Real Mac Malone. What up, Mac?
Yeah, he invited me to. We go hiking, and because when you go work out, there's no limitations. People are encouraging you, and we're pumping each other up. We're being accountable for one another. We're monitoring, what we can do and what we can't. We're trying to excel and go beyond our limitations, right? Because we always try to set limits within ourselves, and especially women. Women. You got to understand, man. When it comes to health, we're always looking the way we look. Women, especially women. Women are always concerned about how they look and beauty on the outside. I get it. I think all women, health wise, all women are beauty on the inside. Straight out. If you feel beautiful on the inside, hey, that's the way you are. But try to keep yourself in shape. Bands will make you dance. Bands will make you dance, right?
Let's talk about it.
Right? Ladies, workout, Hey, if you follow G-Lew, man, he works out. He be at the gym. And if you guys follow me, I'm working out, man.
He was in there today.
Almost. I went hiking at the gym every day, man. And I'm still trying to lose weight. But see, that's what I don't limit myself. If you guys know that I endured an injury on my left knee, and that still doesn't stop me. I'd rather go to the gym and die there, to tell you the truth. And at least I gave myself a chance, But that's what it is, man. Got a dip. Right. Peace, everybody. All right. A rato, Love Machine.
Love Machine.
Let's see. Mac Friend Malone, our sponsor. Put that jam on while working out. La, 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 la. I put a lot of them. Denise Castillo, man. That's good. All right, guys. I got another one. You guys ready? Because this one might be the cherry on the cake. Tell you the truth right here, man.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it, Big D.
Limitations, man. Limitations. Are we limited? Here we go. Are you guys ready?
Let's
Ladies
go.
and gentlemen. My cousin says, shout out to Richard Rodriguez. My cousin says, I'm working out right now. You should be, bro.
Right now, that's what's up.
Hey, however you guys get it, man, go back to the episode, man, right here. Share it, or you want to work out, cook dinner, whatever you got to do. We're talking about some major subjects right now. So here's the last one, right? I hate to bring it up, man. Where's my wife at, to tell you the truth?
Uh-oh.
Is there limitations on relationships?
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, G-Lew.
Uh-oh. Is there limitations on relationships? Okay, so are we saying in general, like how do you mean by, like, can you speak a little bit more specific about the question?
I'll be more specific.
Okay.
Before marriage, right? You have to know a person, right?
Right.
And you got to know the limitations in order to excel your relationship and further, advance the relationship. You got to know the person or the individual, right? So with that being said, when you start to get to know somebody, is there limitations towards it?
No.
Go ahead.
There's never. I think there should never be a limitation on relationships, and I think that's somewhere where we get stuck in relationships, and people think, you know what I mean, where that brick wall comes to play, because people put limits on the relationship. You know what I mean? There should never be limitations, because there's always things to know, and we steady grow. Every day someone grows, and your partner at the end of the day is going to be your best friend. Especially if you're married, that's going to ultimately be your best friend, not the homie, not this person. That person is your better half. You know what I mean? So there's never should be a limitation on relationships, because there's so many things to always learn about each other and grow and help each other grow together. And that's how you grow healthy together instead of apart. Because when you put limitations on it, that's when you limit yourself, and now you're not growing together. You don't know now what this person feels or is feeling, and you're living. You know what I mean? There's so many things now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Tuso said it pretty good right here too. She says not moving in too fast into a relationship too. Yeah. Right? Because you don't know somebody until after you've been with them after a while.
Right.
So that's why. So you always got to have your guards. This is my opinion. You always got to have your guards up and get to know the person first. Like G-Lew, you just said right now, Pops, there shouldn't be no limitations for letting a person show themselves, expose themselves, and that should be your better judgment after that. You should know after a couple of weeks, a couple of days, a couple of months, if this person is really the right person that's for you. Is this person limited? Because everybody's good and dandy on the first 2-3 dates, but when you start seeing them, you start limiting yourself, like, oh man, this guy or this girl wants me to spend money on her again. The expectations start coming out.
She said yes, it is limitations on relationships. Pamela, can you expound, please? Can you expound a little bit,
Pamela,
please? Tell us what you feel, what you mean by that. Please.
I agree. And that's
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. That's what I'm saying. Even after a couple years, you still don't know the individual. You find out that there was no limitations in your relationship, and next you know, you get married, and now it's written in paper. The government has it all on record, and you just find out that this wasn't the person that I thought it was 2 years ago. And then you're telling yourself, like, man, where were the warning signs?
Right.
Why did how did I let my guard down? Why did I leave myself open? Why was there no limit to the relationship, bro? So hand in hand, there should be some kind of relationships, especially these days, because I hear even jokes about this, Pops, is that before you know somebody, man, you make sure you know their credit history. Make sure you know.
Let's talk about it.
Make sure they've been to cell block 4 and back. Make sure you got to know who you're investing in, bro. There has to be limitations in relationship. Things are changing, man. The world times are changing, people. And you got to understand, if you leave your guard down, whether you're male or female, right? Because, a wolf comes in a sheep's clothing. And I ain't saying that everybody's bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying how the world is just conducting itself right now. And you got to be careful. So is the relationship, to me personally, it's 50-50, because things are not the way it was 20 years, 10 years, 50 years ago. Trust me, man. And then we're finding out these days that, we're finding out the men and women's agenda, man, they're killing their kids, their babies are having babies, they're not really taking care of, their responsibilities. And it gets deep, man. Let me see. But if you start with having the kind of attitude, then you shouldn't date. What does that mean? Two souls, be more specific.
I don't know. They may be going back and forth because people are talking in the comments, so I don't know if they mean that towards us. But Pamela said, understand. Okay. Are we back to Pam? So is that your answer? Because you said there are limitations to.
Yeah.
So I guess that's your answer.
Relationship.
Understanding and respect are the limits.
Yeah,
So I guess if you, I guess he means those are the limits. If you disrespect those, what do you take from that?
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Before I get into that one, I was looking at this. B-Boy said. B-Boy says, nowadays, a lot of girls I date got more money than me. Seriously.
Oh, let's talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, dog.
Is that a good thing?
Let's talk about this shit.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You know, what do you think about that? Is there limitations for a woman?
That's how it is these days. Yeah, the women are bossed up now.
Right. Okay. That's what I'm saying. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Now, is there limitations towards that though? So if you're going on a date, Pops, and the girl wants to pay for everything and you're modest, you know what I mean? And she got you covered, got $250, $300 bill. As us men, are we okay with that?
I think it's excuse me, let me fix my mic. I'm going to speak right quick. I think it's levels to this stuff, homie. Like, you know what I mean? When I say that, it's like it's two ways you can look at that. Of course, a man is supposed, if you take a woman out on a date,
okay, hold on.
No, but I'm just hold on, let me finish. But when I say it's levels, because you said, would you feel comfortable with the female saying she has the bill, the tab, and it's a $250 bill? Me, I would feel comfortable because I already know it. That's why I say it's levels to it. I wouldn't feel comfortable in any circumstance, but in that circumstance, I know what the lady is doing, and I know when she says that, she means that. You know what I mean? And again, I say it's levels because you don't know what the levels we've been through or what's going on with this situation or why she would even be comfortable saying she wants to pay for that. You know what I mean? So it's levels to it. So that can mean that I'll answer it that way, bro.
Right. That's a good answer too. I respect that.
It might have went over some people's head, but that's why I mean it's levels to it. You feel me?
Let me elaborate on that. It makes sense because I had a couple incidents like that, right? Just being from the neighborhood.
Right.
Homegirl comes by. She's all interested in the genre, all interested on what's happening on the streets. And they look at you like, man, this guy's a god, So they'll wine you and dine you, buy you all the clothes, take you to their house, and do everything they have to do until the baby pops up, and then they want you to play daddy too. So right. Is there limitations towards it? Like you said, bro, it makes a lot of sense. It all depends, right? It all depends. There's levels. Yeah, there's levels to this stuff, And as of these days, women are climbing that corporate ladder. Big shout out to all you women that are out there doing your thing, because I think there should be equal equality for women as well.
But don't get me twisted. I only said that again, Big D, because I meant there was levels. But don't get it twisted. It's always a man's job to be a man, bro. First and foremost.
Right.
So don't get that twisted. But that's why I said there's levels to this stuff, though, bro.
Yeah. And I was getting to that. You know what I mean? Two good minds think alike. I appreciate that. Now, that doesn't mean that, that you women, just because because it happens too, right? You women go out there in a relationship, and like I said, it should be a 50-50 thing, especially if you're interested in the other individual. Now, if you ladies are taking care of your men and they don't come out to be what they are, you can't be mad at the subject and the scenario, right? You got it, like G-Lew said, it's a 50-50 thing. You put yourself in that situation just as much as we invest in you ladies, and it doesn't always turn around to be the way it is. That's why I said earlier, all these topics, these little subjects that we're talking about go hand in hand, whether it's health, wealth, or relationship. It all is going to take course, because what happens is that it's going to affect you. Whether the world is going to affect you through the situation, the community is going to affect you through the communication, your health is going to affect you in the scenario, or the relationship one way or another. And let me see, and that's why you guys, there's a balance towards it. Women are empowered these days; they're being recognized, and but relationships are being attacked. Let's be honest. In my opinion, marriages are not important no more. So. There's no appreciation in people who have been together, not even respect. When people tell me, my wife, how long you guys been married for? 18 years, like they trip, and somehow they're trying to say, well, they want to diagnose the relationship a little bit more. You know, they want to check in to see, well, what were the limitations on that. You know, to be honest with you, there really is no limitations between me and my wife in our relationship. You know, I understand her boundaries and she understands mine. The only thing that I think every marriage, or even not even a marriage, let's just say a relationship in period, boyfriend, girlfriend, all we want is the respect, you know? And the main thing about that is the no cheating, right? No woman wants to be put in place where, man, I've been with you 10 years and it was that quick. You went out there and did that, you know, real quick. And it's just, in most cases, it's that quick, you know? And unless you're committed, unless you know where your roots stand, unless you know your foundation and your investment is, then it'll be a lot easier to say no than yay. You know, have I been tempted? I've been tempted a lot of times, you know, across path, but I know who my wife is, you know. Have I made mistakes? Yes, I have, you know, and I had to cough up to them, you know, not to say that I was trying to cheat, but, you know, women have securities, you know, they're always looking for securities in women's, you know. There's no limitations in women's securities. You know, you got to make them feel good. You got to wine and dine them. You got to whoever you're investing in, let them know you're number one. You know, let them know that you are their number one as well. It goes both ways, like you said, Julie. I liked how you said it goes hand in hand in relationships. What do you guys think? You see, talk about it, Big D. Let's talk about it, boss lady. Boss lady. There you go. I'm still trying to make $1 out of 10 cents. Oh man, you know, like I told you, bro, now they're expecting you to have a 7-time figure coming in. So if you're just working at one holiday, they want you to work 6 more in order to make that 10 cents more. So that's 70 cents richer. You see, Denise Castillo, that's going together, brother. And he said, be faithful. Yeah, that's another one. House of Tattoos. Appreciate that. You know, there should be no limitations if you're faithful, right? You know, because at least you know your other half knows that's your benefit. And it's a lot easier, man, to make that relationship go, to tell you the truth. I don't have to worry about my wife calling me 20 times a day. You know, I could go to Europe and back, you know, without calling her at all. And I could be far apart and knowing that my wife, she's holding me down. You know, a lot of guys, that's what they ask for when you're in jail, when you're in prison. Are you going to hold me down? Are you going to hold me down? You know, and it's just like, under what limit? You know what I mean? Under what circumstance? You know, there is no guarantee in life, man. Right? There is no guarantee of anybody doing anything. You know, that's just the way life is, man. You put yourself in a bad situation to expect a bad situation. You know, why would you want to limit somebody, especially if you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, and you get caught up for some bullshit? You know, it's gonna happen, man. You know, it's happening.
Hold on, Big D. Two Souls Forever said, read the 5 love languages. What are the 5 love languages?
Yeah, explain that.
Please.
Talk about it.
Go ahead, bro. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. The 5 love languages. That should be interesting.
Does anyone know what that is? I want to break down. Two Souls Forever, please.
Right. Loyalty.
Let's talk about it.
Loyalty, I like what Elia says. Loyalty comes with love. Yeah. Like I said, if you guys have been looking at all our episodes, that's what we've been talking about. Loyalty, commitments, right or wrongs. Nowadays, it's too easy to cheat.
She said it goes down in the DM with the married men. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Down in the DM.
Oh my God.
Down in the DM.
Down in the DM.
But that goes for both genders, right?
Right. Facts. Now the women is out of control too. Two Souls Forever. You just don't know.
Keep it real.
Let's talk about it.
The women be putting some pretty explicit pictures on there. I'm not talking about anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know. So it's, you know, a man's weakness is not money, you know, it's beauty, you know what I'm saying? So,
okay, you know, there we go.
Quality time, words of affirmation, gifts, acts of service, physical touch. All right, I get it. The 5. All right. That's good. 2 souls. That makes a lot of sense, you know. But is that also for men, or is that just the women's point of view?
Or is that just your thing you made up? Or is that official? Let's talk about it. Is this official, or is this something you just made up? 2 Souls Forever. Let's talk about it now. Let's talk about it.
Go to the next one. Look what little Art said.
My God.
Go to the next one.
Art said, like Tina Turner said, "What's love got to do with it, man?" Let's talk about it.
Oh my God, what's love got to do with it? Well, love
Grandma
has
be
everything
takes
to
all
do
my
with
picks.
it. Right here.
Affirm it. Okay, hold on. That's Monica. Monica said what?
Affirmation,
Affirmation,
quality
quality
time,
time,
receiving
acts of service.
gifts,
Oh,
acts of service.
she just repeated it, I guess. So that is official, Monica. Is that official?
Yeah, so she's concurring with agreeing with Tuso says.
Okay, so we got a thumbs up on that. That's official.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But does that go for men too?
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I can't say.
does
West
that go-
Coast Graffiti, what up, my boy? What's
li-
popping?
limitations, my brother.
They said,
What's the
what's
topic?
limitations?
We had 3 subjects: wealth, health, and now we're on relationships, my boy. Where you stand
Are
at?
there any limitations to any 3 of those? Wealth, health, and relationships. And this is just part 1 because the other half is what? Expectations, Big D. So we're talking about limitations tonight.
Yeah. Look at what House with Tattoo says. It sounds like 2 souls made it.
Hold on. Right. That's what I said. 2 souls. Is this official or is this something you did on your own?
Well,
you know what I mean?
The old lady, I'm gonna talk to her after this. I'm gonna make sure we're gonna go look. I'm gonna do my research on it, but it seems like
Pamela said yes. Those are the universal 5 love languages.
All right.
So we got 2 people so far. We got 3 people to concur.
3. You got Pamela,
3.
My wifey, and 2 souls. Okay, it seems
all right. You're almost there. You're almost there.
Listen to the question though.
You're almost there.
It goes for the men too, though, right? Is that the 5?
Denise said it's official.
Okay, so
hold on. Monica said no, it's a book. Okay, so it's not. It's just a book. So that someone just wrote a book. That doesn't mean we don't know. So it's still in the air. Okay. Hold up. I work security at a stripper club. I never cheated on my wife. She trusted me. Maybe because I seen a lot of booty. Shout out to B-Boy, man. Let me see. 2 souls. Whoever said he wrote Love and Respect book. Okay, it is a book. He said he wrote a Love and Respect book and the one, yes, it's for everyone.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Okay. Who is this book? Who is the book and the author? Put it out there for people who may want to get this book. We can give them some pub right now. So put the book. Yeah. So put the link of the book, please, right there in the comments, so people can check out the book if they want to read it. Since 2 Souls Forever really highly gave big props to this book, people want to read it. She said, just give me loyalty because love is overrated. Oh, in my Blast voice. That's a song by the homie Blast, I guess. Okay, just give me loyalty because love is overrated. And that's real shit now. People just say that too these days, Big D. Bigger on loyalty than love.
So they're limited.
What do you think about that?
So that sounds like they're limited on love. So it seems like it comes with restrictions, and they're not to give their full, they give that full capacity, that full involvement in it. And that's where it's at. That's what I'm trying to say. All these things and all these little subjects that we're talking about are being attacked. We're talking about health, it's being attacked. You talk about wealth, it's being attacked. And then relationships are being attacked too. So all these things you guys got to understand, we're like the last, true believers generation when it comes to things that what our kids are looking at in the future. Oh man, I hear my daughter even say, I don't want to have no kids. I don't want to be married. I'm like, what? Like, wow. So how
she said loyalty comes with love. Okay.
Yeah, it does. Commitment, selflessness. There's a lot of things that come with love, but our people are doing. There's a lot of people who are selfish. There's a lot of people who ain't loyal these days. There's a lot of people who don't want commitment. So relationships are being attacked. There's limit to relationships now, man. You can't even I could honestly say religion, right? I want a religion with my Father up in heaven. That's being attacked. So depending what kind of love you're talking about, man. If the government sees that what kind of topic you're talking about, they're gonna limit you unless it's under their genre. Straight up. Let me see. It's when you care about someone, love, loyalty, and trust come with it. That's true, Fernie, but do you agree that that's being attacked right now? Marriages are being attacked. It's just like, man, I see people talk about, I know people that are over 50 years old that are not married. but they have they're playing the whole house. They play house. Got kids, got cars, you got things, got dogs, animals. But homegirl or the homeboy's not married to his old lady, or the old lady's not married to the homeboy for whatever reason. You know, why? You know, or what's limiting them from just going to the altar and just go get a paper? Everybody says these days, oh, it's just a piece of paper. You know? Saludos, Fernie. Joker, what's up, my boy? Saludos, homie. And you see Loyalty and Respect, 5 Languages Love by Gary Chapman. All right, guys,
people. There it is, right there. Thank you, Monica. There it is, right there. If you want to get the book, there it is. Let me see.
You get the book. I love
commitments.
Commitments. Yeah, because that could be with anything. You don't have to be in a relationship to love somebody. Relationships could be with family members. Relationships could be with your, with friends at work, and it comes with many ways of commitments. You could love your coworker, you could love your family member, but that's what I'm saying. Is there limitations with that? There is limitations with me with coworkers, of course, because I don't want them to know all my business. I don't want them to know everything about, my peeps and stuff like that. I'll give them a disregard about me, and so they can have self-respect towards me, so they could have their limitations in the regards to how they feel about me as well. But as far as everything now, my personal friends, I'll let them in somewhat in my world, let them know, meet my wife, maybe meet my daughter. You gotta be careful these days, man, and that's why we're talking about it, for a certain situation like this. It wasn't like the 70s, 80s, and even the 90s. Once the new millennium came, man, back then they used to call it the Pepsi generation, man. Now it's the Monster drink generation, bro.
The Pepsi choice of a new generation, huh?
It's the Monster drinks, man. Everybody wants to be high tone. Everybody wants to be wired. Everybody wants to go fast. Nobody wants to slow their roll. You got to slow your roll, man. Let me see. What is it? Keep going with it. I think they're scared to commit in the eyes of God. Yeah, that's even being attacked, to tell you the truth, man, because what is love? God is love, God made people, God made relationships. God made, this is my opinion, what I'm saying? This is what I believe in. Us as a community, how we get together and gather around, we talk about it, and it's being attacked, man. It's the commitment for me. All right. It seems commitments being, we should have had a poll. It's commitment. Keep them going, bro. See, West Coast, that's right. Perfectly said. DD says that drives me crazy. Plain house. That piece of paper means something during emergencies and death. Yes, there's facts towards it. That's right, DD. Straight up.
Wow, now she said some shit. Yeah.
We need to hear that. That's what I'm saying. You guys are important. Your comments are very important. They're funny. Don't think that you can never send a dumb or stupid comment here, man. Unless it's really that we'll know. Trust me. We got people who are monitoring this platform, and you'll be, but we keep it real right here, man. Let's talk about it, man. We talk about positive vibes, and it is a very important subject, man. Marriages are not just a piece of paper. It's more than that. Everyone has a different relationship with family, friends, professional, and self. It's true. That's what I just meant. Keep it going, G-Lew.
There it is.
What if you're trying to survive and make that money, but your lady wants more quality time? Ooh, that's on you,
Lou.
That's
a touchy one. See, because that's a touchy one.
Limitations.
But that falls on that. First, I'm not going to say all on the female, but you guys have to, the man has to already make her feel comfortable and understand what's going on here. And
right.
She has to feel comfortable, because sometimes, like you said, that's an excuse too, where dudes say I'm getting money or whatnot, but they may be doing other things. And it's a reason your girl acts the way she does. So you have to make her feel comfortable. And with that being said, the female has to be comfortable with what he's doing and know that he's doing it for the better of them. And once you have that communication and understanding amongst each other, there's nothing going on but that. So, yeah.
But sometimes there's another scenario to that too, because a lot of times us men, we're making the money, providing for that family, comes with a little bit, a little egoism, right? Because when the lady comes and she's like, "Oh, you're not spending enough time with me. You're not doing," like, girl, I work for you. I make money. I'm tired. I just want to chill with my boys, have a drink, kick back, watch the game. Like, I want to be left alone.
Right.
So how does that work? What limitations?
You got to build. That's what I'm saying too. That goes both hands too. You have to build that trust, build that community, build that respect balance that you will have to where for if you build that already, you don't have to worry about that. Your lady already knows not to give you no problems. You're doing what you need to do, and it's all understood. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not, and you have her comfortable, not in insecure or whatever the case. You don't have these problems.
That's true. Because if there's balance, like you said, Pops, they'll understand. You guys have a mutual understanding. You know, your lady knows you, you know her, right? When she wants to say she wants to hang out with her crowd and she wants to do her nails and hang out, hey, that's fine. When you want to go with the homies and watch a football game and hang out, hey, that's cool. And there's a time and a place for everything. And the next event that comes up, man, you guys go together. You guys rock solid. You guys show a big picture like, hey, man, how does this relationship work? You guys have a mutual understanding. There's a balance.
Yep. Much love to the House of Tattoos. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Gracias, House. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you. It starts with the character, your core values. Yeah, that's true too, man. You know, it helps you believe and love. You know who you are if you know what their values are. Let's see, Big D. I love commitment among my lover. Yeah, so do I. You know, I love his side. No, Pamela.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
You know, I love my commitment with my wife too. Yeah, and to tell you, she's right. You know, I love my loves her lover. I love mine too. You know, if you're single and you're bouncing around, hey, shout out to you, man. You know, that's why Mary Wells said it. I got two lovers and I ain't ashamed. You know, straight up.
Man, that was just funny how that happened. That's
right. See,
how the homie said it. Okay.
Think about the cancel culture. No forgiveness. God forgives, right? Hey, that's what they're trying to say. Good thing, primo. They're trying to cancel culture. Everything that we fought for all these years, they're just trying to reverse. You know what I mean? Everything that we learned, they're just trying to change their narrative, man, and make it run their way. Let me see. It's a covenant in the eyes of the Lord. Yes, I believe in our vows and marriage, but some people don't really even realize what it means. That's true, man. We're not being educated. You're right. Two Souls can't even say it any better. Even that's being taken away. If you don't know what you're getting yourself into, then I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of limitations in your relationship, in your wealth, and in your health. Straight up, man. So educate yourself. You see, you have to be true. Yeah, you sure do, man, you know. And it'll come perfectly, right? Relationships ain't perfect. You know, they come and go, man. You know, some relationships, you could be with somebody, I know people have been with each other 15 years, and next thing you know, divorce, separated. They're not with each other. Boyfriend, girlfriend. How you going to be boyfriend, girlfriend for 15 years? That's crazy, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's a big limitation right there for me. Keep it running, Pops.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's see. Yes, men work a lot, but gotta be communicative and make sure they also make priority time with the wife. Yes, there has to be a balance. We were just talking about it. That's true. Let's see. What's this one? Open relationships is dating, not comment.
Commitment. I'm thinking they meant.
Okay, commitment. It brings strife and disease. Yeah, that's true too.
Let's keep it going.
What's the point of working lots and not spending time with your lady, but they'd rather spend time with their homies? Well, me, okay, like I said, people, I talk about me for there. My wife's laughing out there. Man, and this going towards her too. My wife, she spent times with her friends. Let's just keep it real, you know. You can hear her laughing outside.
Let's talk about it.
She spends time with her friends, you know, and her family members, just the way I do it. You know, I spend a lot of time with my family. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm gonna be honest. Talk about it. You know, let's keep it real. You know, but before she was in the picture, I built relationships. You gotta understand, I built relationships with these people, man. These are my family. So she knows where I'm at. She knows how to get a hold of me. And she knows if she wants to stop by and check in on Big D, she could do it.
Right.
Let me see. Fernie with the sauce. All right, y'all have a good one. I got to bounce. All right, Fernie, appreciate you stopping by, man.
Much love, Fernie Fern.
Let me see. DD Hairston.
West Coast Graffiti. 15 years. Trying to go to the Marqueta with your wife and then tell me if you want to spend time with her.
Hey, Hey, shout out to I seen that when he was at the market. I was laughing. West Coast graffiti. I ain't gonna lie, big dog. Hey, check it out. Who's the one that does all the? See, let's talk about it, man. Relationships, Matty. Right? Limitations, man. Limitations come many ways, man. I disagree how my wife spends her money at the marqueta. Trust me, bro. My wife comes back with nothing but junk, dog. That can say cookies and Oreo chips, and I'm trying to lose weight, dog. You know what I'm saying? But she's not, you know. She's like, well, that's not me. You know, well, where's it all going? Well, it goes, you know what I mean? It goes, you know. Oh, and your daughter likes it too, you know what I mean? Yo, she has to eat something. Don't limit her. You can't limit your daughter. And me, you know what I mean? I like, where's the celery at, man? Where's the broccoli? You know what I'm saying? Where's the spinach? So, hey, he has a good one, like he said, man. Try to go to a market with your old lady. You know, limitations, man. You know, there has to be some kind of limits, especially the time, because the girls want to go through every aisle, dog, like they're shopping for clothes, bro. You know what I mean? It's just like, man, it's crazy, dog. Oh my God, that was a good one. Big shout out to Love Machine right there. I mean, West Coast Graffiti. Yeah, big, that was pretty funny. I seen it. Yes, I get it, Big D, but some men put priority first to their homies or homes versus their wife. There is no point to be married if you want to spend 80% of the time with the homies. Yeah, that makes sense too. You know, if you're spending 80% with your homies and 20% with your wife, yeah, there's a limit problem right there. Yeah,
let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
That's a problem.
So, you know, if that's the case, when man or female, you're out of here. It ain't gonna work. No warning shots, man. You know what I mean? No warning shots, because you could come home one day and they'd be like, "Damn, they packed up all their stuff and they bounced out." Oh, bad, dude. You know, it's guilty. Bad. You see, DD said the opposite in our house. Cannot shop with the husband. Hey, to each his own. Every house is different. You know what I'm saying? Same situation, but different thing. Like I said, believe it or not, my wife don't know how to shop. You know, not putting her down. You know what I mean? Straight up. Let's talk about. I'm keeping it real, dog. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Two souls. A man puts God first, then family. Yeah. Hey, man. House tattoos. You said it perfect, brother. There's no disregarding telling the truth. You gotta make her. You know the value of your wife, man. You gotta have her secure. If she says no, well, to me, she better have a good reason. Not just playing. Mm-hmm. Let's see. House of tattoos. Yes, that's the part. But you get my point. No, totally understand. No, we totally understand. You're right, man. You know, we get it. You know, let me see. Over worker. Yeah, I just wrote that too. So these are let me read some of the little topics that I got out too that I think that we're disgusting. I have one that says overworker. You know, is there limits in working? We just covered that one. You know, some women feel that there is, and some women don't even care. You know, to tell you the truth, one of my aunts lost a relationship because of that. You know, he was a provider, he was everything, but she didn't trust him because he was overworking. So when he was overworking, my aunt went over just to see if he was working. And how do you think my uncle-in-law felt? He felt like, man, I ain't doing nothing behind the back, you know. And,
right.
You know, insecurities come in. And that's a good point, you know. Two Souls said it right. You know, they said it right. You know, once insecurities start falling in a relationship, over. Let me see. Even there, I even have one for gamblers. You gamblers out there, is there limitations toward the gambler? You know, it depends, man. If you haven't hit black or if you haven't hit red and it's taking all your money, you better be a limit, man, because you know you can sell yourself out, man. Don't sell yourself out. Let me see. Let's see. I mean, what about love? Is love limitations? We kind of covered that, right? You know, depending, you know, there's some limitations in love. You can't give all yourself to everybody without knowing the individual, man. So, yeah, so restrict yourself in some loves. Let me see. I got some other little things right here. You know, let me tell you one thing. We haven't even talked about this one, man. You know, shout out to all the people, you know, who are disabled, man, or, you know, that are going through hard times stuff. They have limitations, bro. But their mindset and their heart, you know, speaks different, right? I know people that have one leg, you know what I mean, cancer survivors, et cetera, et cetera. Big shout out to you guys, man. You know, they don't limit themselves, man. I see them. When you want to be humble and you think you have all the problems and you're going through some situations, man, and you see these people with limitations, but they're acting like those limitations, big shout out to them, man. You know what I mean? Straight out, man, because they're a prime example of no limit. And I'm not talking about Master P, you know what I'm saying? You know? So shout out to all my disabled people, man, because you guys are important, play a big part on this world, man. Big encouragement when I see you guys at the gym, man, and you guys are striving, and you know they can't even walk, but I see them in the pool and they're working out, man. They're getting theirs, and I think it's respectful and it's deservable, and they need to be honored, and they need to be, you know, paid attention to, man, because these type of people will keep you humble, man, and it makes me humble every time. I see a couple people at the gym when I go work out, and I'm having a bad day, and I'm not looking at the physicality of the situation, and I see them where they're at. I'm like, fudge. Like, you know, it really humbles me, and it actually, you know, makes me feel like, man, like, you know, a piece of crap sometimes, to tell you the truth, man. But big shout out to, you know, all you people who are disabled out there. You guys play a big part. Thank you guys, man. You guys have a part in this world, and not only in this world, but in my heart too. So, you know, I appreciate that. Let me see, you know, and let me see. Let me see. Elia Delgado, mental health is also important. Yes, it is. You know, that talks to that goes down to where we're talking about her health. You know, mental health is very important, man, because, you know, that has limitations on there. When you're already are being attacked, or you're going through adversity through mental situations, you know, these type of people, or I ain't gonna say that because I have some sort of mental health myself. You know, had a lot of insecurities. You know, I had a lot of backlash, you know, a lot of tormenting on my thoughts of how my childhood was, and I thought mentally I was gone, and it was a lot of limitations towards that. That's why I was able, thank God, you know, now I see there's no limit, and I'm able to excel. I'm able to see my challenges and take a different narrative towards them, and attack them in different ways. But those who are going through mental illness and situations, man, big shout out to you guys. That's why, you know, it's very important to you guys, for you guys, you know, to reach out to the community, whether it's your local doctors or et cetera, to get that help and to find yourself, you know, so we could treat yourself and make sure to make you go on that proper path. And so, you know, thanks for bringing that up. I appreciate that. Let me see. Joker says, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. Big D, God is real. Man, Joker, appreciate that, man. See, just squaring back, you know, we're reflecting to what we're saying. Health is very important, bro. And I know I know you for a while, Joker. You know, I know you from Pomona Soul Sounds. Big shout out to Pomona Soul Sounds. And I remember you say you were going to the hospital, et cetera. You're back, and you're right, man. You know, God is good, and I'm glad to know that, you know, that's what we're saying. Health is very important. I'm glad you went to go check your health out, and I'm glad you survived cancer twice. So big shout out to you 2 times, brother. Let me see. Two Soul says, yes, exactly. Orle, carnales, your carnales, I'm out. Gotta wake up early. See you next time. All right, West Coast Graffiti, appreciate you stopping by, man. You know, get to work and keep
love,
it real
homie.
cool.
Much
we got to get on the West Coast Graffiti show, man. That's he's the one that inspired me to do my YouTube channel, man. So big shout out to West Coast Graffiti. Elia Delgado, Joker, praise God. Let me see. Their daily living and challenges, so having an understanding and patient partner is important for them. Yeah, you know, there can be no limits. That's what I'm trying to say. But when I say limitations, there has to be balances. And, you know, if you have a client that has to deal with, you know, with your industry, when your field of work of field that you're doing, you have to find that proper balance and making sure that your patients are not only being, you know, acknowledged, but being taken care of. So yes, big shout out to you, Elia, for doing that, because you have a lot on your plate, and it's your responsibility to, you know, for you not to limit yourself and help the community that you're working for and representing. So yes, big shout out to you. Let me see, patient partner. Let me see, gracias. Gracias 2018. Yeah, man, good stuff. Let me see. I got a couple more things. When you're being competitive. So one of the last things I want to bring up, man, before we end it, you know, is I see things like limiting myself. I looked at all the scenarios and the situations that I've been through. You know, for one thing, I'm a survivor, to tell you the truth, of the streets. You know, and the reason why I say that is because, you know, the streets took a family member of mine, so straight up. And I'm a survivor of the system. You know, I never went and been in prison, but I was headed that way. I'm a survivor of my faith and belief. You know, back then I hated God, you know, but now I run towards God now. I don't run away from him, you know, despite whether I think I'm imperfect, despite I make a mistake, You know, and that's something. Don't limit yourself from a relationship from God and you know, being in His house and His presence, because it's good in the end. Like they say, in the end, it's just gonna be between you and Him. You know, in the end. So, you know, judgment upon nobody and love towards everybody. You know, and you know, that's what I like to be said. But another thing too. So this was our first topic, right, G-Lew? You know, we had our first topic. You know what I mean? Limitations. And next week's topic, what are we going to talk about, my brother?
Expectations. So it's a 2-part series, limitations and expectations. Part 2 will be next week, which will be expectations, which will be part 2 of this limitations. So yeah, it's going to get deeper.
It's gonna get a little deeper, man. And I think we covered a lot. You know, we talked about the community, the government, our health, our wealth. And man, you know what I mean? I appreciate you guys for coming by, supporting us. And like I said, it's just gonna get better. You know, we collab. I collab with G-Lew every once in a while, but you know, it's enough for us to understand that we have a mutual understanding. And we're trying to bring you guys the best content and trying to tie not only the facts, because you know, I really don't believe in facts, I believe in truth, because the facts change all the time. You know, facts, you know, for one reason, I was real heavy, I was 400 pounds. That was a fact. But the truth is, I lost weight and I'm not that much no more. So you guys, for me personally, facts change all the time. You know, people want to go by the facts. The fact is that they change. The truth never changes, you know. So we appreciate you guys, man. Keep rocking, keep coming down, keep supporting, man. Share this, man. Let everybody know, man. We're not here for no money, publicity, man. We're just here for the community. Summer's coming, man. I think we got something going. I like how we said it earlier. We should meet at the Santa Fe Springs and meet and greet, man, and then have a topic down there, man. Just enjoy, yeah. You know, G-Lew's gonna buy all the drinks. Don't trip, man.
Yeah, don't trip. I got it.
He's making all the money. You know what I mean? He's big baller, shot caller, and he's doing his thing. But we're doing our thing, man. Appreciate you guys, man. I think this was a great topic tonight, man. And I thank you myself for DD and G-Lew for having me on and being your co-host.
Man, reciprocated, bro. Much love to you, Big D. Another great episode. This was number 9, I think. I don't know, number 9 or 10. I think number 9. And it's just going to get better. Part 1, limitations next week. Expectations, part 2. Make sure you tune in and involve yourself in the conversation. We had great interaction tonight. We appreciate that. So let's keep it going, man. There's no limitations on what we can do and what we can build. Shout out to everyone that wants to build and make this stuff greater. Shout out to all my fellow podcasters, homies, loved ones, family, sponsors. Everyone. Yeah, our sponsors, all that, producers, all that, all the people that make this happen right here as well. Shout out to producer DD. Shout out to Monica behind the scenes, and everyone that makes this possible. We love you, and let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man. Let's keep running, man. Let's keep running. You guys have a good week. Appreciate you guys. God bless, man. And we'll talk to you guys next week, and we run it down. Like I said, let everybody know we want you guys to participate. Keep those comments coming. We got to get that phone line. I got to remind G-Lew to keep it on every day, you know, so we could let people hear, not only through the chat, but, you know what I mean, through the phone too, conversating, man. It's a relationship, man. Let's keep it going. So with that being said,
peace and love, y'all. We out of here. Have a great week. Love.